LDNRBS. We have Navas. I don't know what Nyamka's doing over there, but LDNRBS. We have a very, very special guest in the building. Make some noise. Arielle, give her a clap out here. She gave back a little wave, that R&B wave.
Do you know what? And for those who don't know, if you just heard the fire that we just sat just then through the airwaves, it was done by.
And I've got to say, we all know I don't lie. And listen, this is a tune. I'm not going to lie to you. This is definitely a tune. First time I've heard it, but big tune. So yeah.
But for the listeners, for those who don't know you, who are you, where are you from, all that good stuff.
My name's Arielle, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Fortneyth, South London.
The 7.
Literally.
Yeah, the 7.
The 7.
The Bristolian says 7. But yeah, you're okay. I don't know if you would consider. Do you consider yourself as an R&B artist?
Yeah.
Okay, right. You know what? The fact that you said that with confidence,
yeah,
I love that. UK R&B artist, and you're confident to say it. Talk to me about that R&B and you.
So, as everybody knows, R&B is changing. Like, it's not like what it used to be, like, say, back in the 90s and whatnot. So, people would say that my R&B has more of a, like, hip-hop edge to it. And I'm okay with that. But sometimes I do the ballady stuff as well. But mostly it's with that hip-hop edge. So, sometimes people don't know to categorize me as a rapper, and that can get misconstrued. But, yeah, I do class myself as an R&B artist. Yeah.
I love it. So let's go back. Let's go way back.
Okay.
When did you start singing, and when did you say, you know what, I'm going to try to be an artist too?
I've been singing for years, at least 10 years. But as Instagram and everything's like social media's growing, I'm using that platform to help me grow, if that makes sense. I'm using it to the best of my ability, so I'll post videos and stuff, freestyles and stuff online, and then that's.
And what even got you into music?
What got me? Well, I come from a very musical family. My dad, he's a producer from Barbados. His name's
high five, fellow Bayesian. High five, fellow Bayesian.
There's not many of us.
There really isn't, but yeah.
Right? So,
you lot just bonded for a minute. Love that. Love that.
So, yeah, my dad's a musician from Barbados, and he's worked with a lot of people like Meatloaf, Steel Pulse, Aswad, like people.
Wow.
Yeah,
Aswad.
Like, you know, like
that's
parents
big
and grandparents.
Yeah. My dad's a Rasta, innit? And that's why I know it.
My mum's a Rasta.
Girl.
We're just waiting for Sarah's moment now, guys. Literally, but yeah.
No, that's big thing.
Yeah.
So were you ever kind of around all of that as well? Did your dad ever bring you into the studio? Or?
You know, funny to be honest, my dad had a very fruitful career. However, he did get into how do I say this? Taking illegal substances and had everything and lost it.
Oh, really?
And then my mum picked up music. That's how my mum and my dad met. My mum picked up music. So my mum's a Rasta. She was a reggae root singer. And she's done Rebel Salute stage with Tony Rebel and all of that stuff.
Really? Not Tony Rebel?
Yeah.
You're like creating a meme right now. It's gonna come out, I'm telling you, but yeah.
My dad's locked in now. Daddy, if you're hearing this, honestly.
Yeah, my mom's name's Empress Ayola. So
I love that.
So I come from a musical family, and whether I saw my mum do it, and then later on when I met my dad, we connected properly. Then I caught up with my dad. My dad's done bits still. He's worked with Sade, TLC.
Amazing.
He's done bits. It's just a shame that we didn't get closer.
Yeah.
Earlier on, but you know. He's clean and he's doing well. In fact, I'm going to check him after this, actually.
Hey, nice. I love that.
Well, big up Dadsy.
Definitely.
Because that is, that's
popping pops.
Innit? So obviously, you have a lot of influence, obviously, from the family.
Yeah.
So what did you take from your parents that made you think, I want to try out this music?
And reggae and I would have thought you went over into R&B. So where was that transition?
Have you ever tried reggae before?
Oh yeah, actually? Do you know what? Yeah, I used to charge like $150 a track to do backing vocals when I was 15. Yeah.
When you were 15, hustle.
Level, you know.
When I tell you, I'm on tracks. I don't even know the name of the artist. I swear to you, I don't even know the name of the artist.
Yeah.
So I've been doing reggae from then in terms of backing vocals, but I've voiced a couple stuff, but I just haven't brought it out because I don't want to confuse my audience on what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? But I am gonna I'm gonna drop something this year though with that.
Nice.
Just let people know, 'cause I don't think people know like
your background.
Yeah, my background. Like
so what ended up getting you over into R&B? Like, what was the early influences of what you even seen?
I've always listened to even R&B long before my time. I've just loved it. Like Keith Sweat.
Damn.
Diana, like even going far back as Diana Ross.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like
shout out. We got a big fan in the house.
all the way up to now to Tiller and Party, and I listen.
Listen, don't my heart. You said Party, and my heart just
Party
jumped.
for sure.
Party, we miss you.
Yeah,
can
come back.
Can you remember you're an artist, please? Sorry, just on a side note, when you mentioned Party,
I was listening to
second album
on YouTube the other night, just getting a vibe, and he's really good. Like his songwriting is just
amazing.
But we could sit here and talk about Party all day, but I want to talk about you. Yeah. So obviously, a lot of these artists, would you say they influence your music?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Like more Tiller though, because he's got that rapping kind of thing going as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's more Tiller. Yeah. Have you heard
Tiller, Tory and Party's track? Just as a side note.
Yeah, I have heard it.
Banger in it. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Back to you, Arielle. Okay, cool. So that's interesting. So obviously, let's talk about songwriting, because, you know, there are artists out here that don't write their music. So you do.
Yeah.
Where's your inspiration when it comes to actual writing songs?
Even Never Left.
Yeah, let's talk on Never Left.
Never Left, for sure. Oh, she smiled and looked down.
Yeah. That seems like that's your baby.
You know what that means?
That seems like that's your baby.
Never Left came about... there was someone that I was seeing and he left.
Damn.
Like,
shout out to you wherever you are. That's just
how are you talking left?
You gave us this good music, so shout out to them.
Oh right, okay.
No, he was dating someone else or whatnot, and that wasn't really working out for him. I was kind of laughing a bit.
Yeah.
But it was just me saying, if I wanted you back, I could have you back. That's basically what that song is about.
Say it for the ones
basically what that song is about, yeah. So yeah, that's where that song came about.
Okay.
Yeah,
go on.
Would you say that that's something that you're about when something happens in your own life, straight into the music?
What, in terms of what, like confidence and stuff? Or
no, just in terms of concepts for music.
Concepts, yeah. Most of it's based on me, to be honest. But sometimes I write a song that's based on my situation, but it's not me that makes sense. So like Many Gal, I'm singing about taking someone's man. But that's not my character.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My man was the one that got taken.
So
different perspective.
In her perspective.
How do you look into that perspective?
You know what? I don't know, I don't know. The word just came out. Sometimes I feel like it's not even coming. It's from me physically, but it's not
deeper.
It's
like an alter ego.
Yes,
like an Andrea or something. Yeah.
What is your alter ego, if there is one?
I don't have a name.
You don't know. You don't have. Well, today we can make it if you come out.
Big up Andrea. No, but I see what
call
you're
her
saying.
Sade or something.
Not Sade.
Sade. I'm gonna just say Sade. That's
so with Arielle's World as well. Can we talk? Not Arielle's World. Sorry, with Never Left. Can we talk about the video as well? Because the way it's set up, the way it goes, the way it's flown. Like, talk us through that. Where was the inspiration from that? Did you direct that yourself? Or?
To be honest, I'm gonna direct the next one, but I didn't direct this one. I have to shout out Chalky Visuals. He's the one that shot All For You for me, and he shot Source for me. Never Left. He's gonna do the new one. That one's called Flexi, by the way. That new single.
Ooh, exclusive already. I didn't even need to ask for it. I like her.
Most definitely.
I like her.
So yeah, he shot that one, and we was just sitting down talking on the phone one night, and he's like, you ever think about doing a one take? And I was like, what are you talking about? What's a one take? Yeah, it's just like when the camera follows you, like, you just do it all in one take. Because I don't know if I can do it in one take. Because that's going to be a bit boring, though, don't you think? Because don't worry, man. It's going to be lit. Yeah, so it's like, all right, cool. So then we started looking for parks and stuff. And the parks that we found, we went to Richmond Park, innit? And the park that we found, it didn't have any pink flowers like it did on the website. False advertising about Richmond Park. So then he just
didn't have any pink flowers.
Yeah, because that was the whole point, innit?
Yeah.
So he colour graded it to make the greenery at the back look pink. So that's why on the single artwork it's green, but in the video it's pink.
You're lying.
Yeah, he colour graded it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realise it was one take though. What was that like?
Yeah, it was one take. It was it was all right, you know, except for the old people that kept coming true still and like trying to take pictures of the birds. Besides that, it was
and it's not that they could see there was a camera there.
We had to sit down there and wait for 20 minutes for them to take their pictures. But we did 4 takes in total, and we took the first one.
What would you say your perception of R&B in the UK is right now?
Misunderstood. Yeah, misunderstood.
Talk to me about that.
I do know that we all know that, you know, it was originated in America.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it can't flourish anywhere else. Just like drill. That's originated in Chicago.
Is it?
Nobody ain't saying that here.
Definitely is.
They've made it their own here.
Oh yeah, Chief Keef and that. Derek, yeah. No, it's true.
So why can't we do R&B here? Why does a talent like LMA have to go all the way to America to bust?
Listen, we've had this conversation
100%.
a lot on our show about LMA and how we basically let her go. She's the one that got away, I would say.
Yeah.
Agreed.
When it comes to her, 100%.
And why do you think that happens? Where an LMA has to go to America and forget the UK?
I think...
Not forget the UK, but you know what I mean.
I just think we lack soul here.
You know what? I'm gonna get passionate. you caught on something that is very true. But yeah,
I think so. Like even love and all of that, it's just all dead. Like,
So dead.
do you know what I'm saying? And deep down, it's crazy because deep down is something that everybody wants. So why won't you have music that reflects that?
No,
It doesn't have to be boring. You can make it exciting, you know.
I don't even want to talk.
I know. I'm like,
you know, I don't have many moments, so I don't even want to reply. I could have walked out. Like literally, I could have walked out.
I just felt like I was listening to a TED talk. You know, sometimes when it literally.
But it is true. It is true what you're saying.
100%. Let's talk the mixtape because you did drop it.
Yeah.
Hello World. For those who don't know.
Oh yeah, you know what? That seems to become a favourite. You know, shout out Kai Talia. He shot video for that.
Really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, talk us through the mixtape.
Hello World was just me being honest about my journey. I've also got another song, you guys can look it up, called Find My Way. And that's another one that I'm just bearing all. I feel like tracks like that are necessary. It's like therapeutic almost. And it just makes me transparent and real, and it makes people understand that, it's just not all glitz and glam, hair and nails and pouting and all of that. There's something deeper to me as an artist, you know what I mean? For all I know, there will be somebody out there that, you know, has been through the same thing I've been through, do you know what I mean? Unemployment line. In front of you is a nitty, do you know what I mean? Behind you is a drug dealer, do you know what I mean? Like, and you got your baby in the pushchair, and then you got to go walk up Sellers Hill with the shopping bags on each side, and you're panting, and you're tired, and you go home and work on music, and nobody's messing with your music, and it's just...
Seems like you've had quite a bit of struggles that you've had to overcome as well. Not the ASMR.
I feel like I need to delve into this. I feel like I need to delve into this because also as a music artist in this climate, it's kind of a weird one because people kind of forget, and everyone talks about the success of it. But then they don't really talk about the new artists that are trying to go over to the next side too, and the struggles that they're facing at the moment, because we are looking on the other side and going, this is the best time for UK music probably ever.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a whole crop of also artists that are talented too that haven't quite made it over the hill yet.
And
so what would,
just to follow off from that, Ty, as well, from an outsider's perspective, it all looks like glitz and glamour, you know,
this
from
is
things
true.
like Instagram and that. So it would be interesting to know a bit more about the struggle, the realism on it.
I feel like that's why artists like Stormzy and Dave are so successful.
So important. So important.
Yeah, and important,
so important.
And should be protected.
It's so funny we said this today. They need to be protected, but
just honest, open. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I can relate to you. And ain't nothing better in branding than being relatable.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So talk us through a bit about, you know, you seem like you faced sometimes struggle growing up in Fulton Heath, having to do all of that, trying to get your music out there, being a female artist as well. Would you say that plays a bit of a part in terms of trying to get your music out of there? The fact that, you know, you're a female artist. You mentioned off air as well about financial circumstances and, you know, people, like, talk us through a bit about that.
Yeah, like, things are getting better now, but like when we go back to when I've like very, 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 very first started, the finances was not there. It was not there.
As it is for most people.
And let me tell you what happens, man, them click up, or they'll charge the man them a discount price and charge the woman 4.8. Brothers, that's
there
wrong.
We go. Say it again. No, seriously. See what I mean? Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is?
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know, I can't even tell you that.
That's a question we'd like to ask.
That's something I need to think about myself.
Yeah. Why do they think that is?
So let me explain. Let me figure this out again. So you're saying that people get together and then they'll give each other a discount, but when it comes to females, they'll give them one full price to keep
There's
them
some
moving.
guys out there that really good. That's why I stick to Chalky visuals. I love you, Chalky. I stick to him because not only is he creative, he's understanding. Do you know what I mean? He's been with me from the beginning, and he looks after me. Do you know what I mean? And there's some other guys that I've worked with as well. Dwayne Tobier, La Media. They've all shot my videos and they've looked after me.
Would you say, as a female, because you've said before too that you are in charge of what you do.
Yeah.
So, as a female who's in charge, how do you think they treat you? Well, I'm not saying anyone specific, but I mean the business in general. Well, how would you say you're treated as a woman?
The man that I work with, they treat me with respect. Okay. And that's reciprocated. And there has been situations where, like, check out my music. Be like, you're looking good though, babes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Do you know what?
I hear
honestly,
I think this is another topic that
this interview,
great.
it's like you've touched on such a good thing, because honestly, in this industry, you're 100% right. It's like no one don't take you seriously, whether you're an artist, a presenter, a DJ, a producer. Being a female, it's like, no offense to the mandem, because of course we do love the mandem, but some guys out there, it is, you'll be like, you'll hit them up and it's nothing about my work, it's I want to take you out, or we could talk about that later, but let's do you see what I mean?
Like a gateway.
And it's,
do you know what I know it's wrong, this is fact, but I can't help but think, as a man I want to say, are we not expecting this to happen? We know it's wrong, that's a fact, but are we not expecting this to happen? In a sense of, why not, as females, and there is females like this, a lot of them, that are bosses, and we know if you even, as a man, if you say something like that to them, they will air you forever, and it's cool, and you're almost shook to say that as a male. So it's kind of like, when you are perceived to not be a boss as a woman, I think certain men feel like, I could say whatever I want to say to them. But as a woman, expecting them to not be like that, in my opinion, is crazy.
Really?
I
mean, I see where you're coming from.
Do you want to go?
No, you go, sis.
Okay, so like, the men that interact with me, what they don't understand is everything for me is up here. If you just acted like just cool, whatever, whatnot, and get to know me and actually cared about my brand, my music, and where I'm going, you're more likely to get further than when you just jump straight in.
This is true.
But they ain't got patience for that.
Common sense.
And just following off of your,
men haven't got common sense, let's be honest.
When you say about,
I don't want to
be honest,
but the thing is, just coming from your point, I see where you're coming from, but when you say about not being perceived as a boss, it's like, okay, as a female, what do we need to do then to be perceived as a boss?
This is the thing. No, but this is it's the imperfection of a male is the reason why.
The insecurities of a male.
Exactly. And it's nothing to do with a female.
Because
females who they are. It's the imperfection of a male that makes that.
We are all bosses here, so I feel like the way I portray myself is that I do my thing. I am that person for myself, not in like an egotistical way, but that's how I see myself. I value myself
from time a female has something like a period and then comes out the same day and does what they do, they're a boss.
Yeah, exactly.
So we all know that, but at the end of the day, not all males are like that. That's just it is what it is.
And it is an issue. Yeah,
I'd like to talk more now. Your next project, is there anything up in the works? Because just hearing you, honestly, you've got a lot of soul. We all do, but then some just have extra. You've got a lot of feeling, more in depth, and I'm really, really, really happy to have you here, because I hear you've got a very good voice. So what would your next project be like? What would we look forward to?
My next project, I'm gonna be rapping on my next project. Like rapping.
Talk to
Would that
them.
be the first time you've ever rapped? Or?
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so. I listen to your freestyle.
Yeah.
I listen to Blessed.
There's a true fan over here. A true number fan.
I do. I know my shit.
That's tonal.
Do you think?
Yeah, so I'm kind of that's in a singing voice, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas
but your voice
I'm
is quite
rapping
soft.
like A B C D E F G.
Oh, going in.
I'm gonna do that.
Going in, like you know, like when Beyonce switched it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you're gonna do? Because I was gonna
Rihanna
say,
Lemon.
yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, because I was gonna say one, like following off from what Sunita says. What I like about you is you have changed up you switched up your sound a bit.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I watched the freestyle that you posted not that long ago. Was it Feel You? I think it was called Feel You. You did like a freestyle with free flow.
No, that was Hello World.
That was Hello World.
Yeah, Free
Okay,
Flow was Hello World. Yeah.
and that there. Talk us through that, because that was some great content. Like,
Yeah, that's
you went in.
just like what we touched on earlier. That was just me being honest and open about my journey and things like that. That's the one. Whereas I have several others.
Like Blessed.
Like Blessed.
Let's talk about Blessed. I am.
Yes. Blessed touches on. That's again me being honest and open, but that touches on my Rasta background. That's a Garnet Silk. I think it was. Is it Lionheart? I think it's Lionheart. But yeah, I sampled one of Garnet Silk's songs for Blessed and took him Huncho's beat. Sorry, him.
Let's talk about that actually,
Good
because
take, by the way.
let's talk about collaborations, because I don't think I've seen you collaborate with anyone.
Not yet.
A reason for that, or
No, not yet. No reason yet. All in God's time. All in God's time. Like I feel like I'm an artist that can't be put into a box as such. Like some people can't follow me. Are you a singer? Are you a rapper? Like, what are you doing? Do you understand what I mean? And that can confuse people in what pocket I fit into their own projects. Like what kind of song would I put Arielle on? Do you understand what I mean? Like Tierra Whack or Little Sims. Like what kind of? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's the best part of the journey to find yourself the most as well. And when is the right time? It'll be the right time.
But I feel like the phone calls will come when the time's right.
in the next 5 years, where would you ideally like to be?
A household name. I'd like. I mentioned this before once somewhere else, where I really like Giggs and what he's doing in terms of his branding and his legacy and stuff. I like how he's very much homegrown and loved here. That's my main goal, to be loved here on this soil. And whatever comes after that is just God's blessing. But I really want the love here.
One thing I think you can't teach as an artist is spiritually being there or present. And all through this interview I felt that. So
we've all felt this.
literally. So
beautiful.
I mess with it.
So will there be any? Do you reckon there will be any? Do you have any ideas of who you would like to collaborate with, and are there any upcoming collaborations in the pipeline?
Because Nyamka wants a feature, but sorry.
She's just fishing.
We
now.
already.
Let's fish. I
fish. I don't spit. We know this.
I'll say who I want to work with is Giggs, Nines, Hailey.
Oh,
Hailey.
for sure. So talented.
I love Hailey.
Talented.
Yeah. Who else? I like Miss Banks a lot as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, just as a female artist.
That would be a link up.
Yeah,
I'm for that
I
one.
like Kai Harley. I like her as well.
That would be
Alakai Harley.
Oh yeah, of
she's
course.
doing madness as well. Shout out to Alakai.
Yeah, shout out, hot shot, shout out, man.
Isn't it? And I wanted to just put it in there as well, because I think we've got to drop it. I was doing a little bit of pre-in on the gram, from your gram.
Oh.
And
what did you
I
find?
I saw a little link up with Digga D and Rapman.
Yeah, yeah, dig that, and Rapman. Yeah, we did a scene in Blue Story. Shout out Rapman.
Is that say that again?
Yeah.
So you're actually going to be in Rapman's new film?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
Shout out to you.
Perfect. I'm doing my own sound effect.
And
what was that like? That's crazy. That's amazing.
And I'm guessing you can't reveal too much.
No,
but
I can't say how the scene plays out and stuff. Not. But It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and the team were friendly. And yeah, man, it was good vibes. It was good vibes. Yeah, Ratman's bringing me in still.
Hey, I like that.
And I've got to say, obviously, sometimes I'm really geeky and I just start going through people's Twitters and then just say what they say on here and get them to explain it. So she's looking at me like, don't you dare do that. But first off, I've got to say this. So this is what you said 2 weeks ago. No, last week. I don't understand what's so funny about Beyonce rehearsing for 8 months for Coachella.
Yeah.
These bums probably haven't done a hard day's work in their lives.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it.
And I stand by that.
Jeez.
Hey.
So, I think it was when Homecoming dropped,
Yeah.
I watched it, and it was a great piece of work, by the way, yeah. And I feel like she showed us what balancing hard work and motherhood is really like, and it's really difficult. And I went on Twitter and I'm looking at my feed, and I'm seeing people laughing about how Chris Brown would have done it in 8 days.
Oh, please.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Oh, go away.
I thought that was really rude.
It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the word I'm looking for. I can't find the word right now, but I think it's a good thing that she's rehearsed for 8 months. Do you know what I mean? Went on vegan diet, had her children on set and her husband on set.
Preparation is key.
These are things to be applauded. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not to be
100%.
Yeah, of course.
That's what she
I have
said.
another one here too.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness.
Why
People who
does
don't know hard work won't understand that.
this is true?
Yeah.
Why does YG have such an issue with color? So much so, I don't think he even realizes it.
Yeah.
Educate us.
Nipsey, R.I.P. Nip, yeah.
Definitely.
He goes on stage and he says, what did he say? Oh, I was telling Nip something about, we got light-skinned daughters. And it's like, women are beautiful from the blackest of black to the whitest of white. But every time YG in particular opens his mouth, he's got something to say that puts light-skinned women on such a big pedestal and just kind of like to dark-skinned women. And it's not fair.
I think it's crazy that he even said that, to be honest. But
at a funeral, YG.
Was that at the funeral?
At a funeral.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Before
crazy.
you just bless your friend up and keep it pushing. Why you have to say that?
Yeah,
Crazy.
That's a whole. If we get into that, we'll be here till
Yeah,
o'clock.
it is
You
true.
do know your mother's dark skin, right? You do know there's so many dark
Mm-hmm.
skinned women that buy your music.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
What are you saying?
And
to them?
each and every single one of them is beautiful, and I could probably name about 7 right now. So that ain't even no issue. But yeah, here's what it is.
Just be fair along the spectrum.
Of course.
I wanted to just touch on as well. This is a completely different subject. Shows,
Oh yeah.
because I haven't seen you
In a show yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that gonna happen? I think it really should.
Yeah.
I would be intrigued to see you in the show for sure.
Yeah, I've done Jazz Cafe before. I've done Link Up TV's The Drop.
Oh, what was that like?
Oh no, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, Harry Pinero was very funny as well.
He is
Yeah,
always
I like
funny.
Harry, you
He's
know.
always
Yeah.
funny.
I've done a couple stuff as well, Nina Rose events and things like that. But
Oh, shout out to Nina.
Yeah, shout out to Nina.
Shout out to Nina.
yeah, me and Nina go back along. In fact, when I first started performing, it was at Nina Rose events.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So
Nice.
and it was with Alakai Hardy.
imagine.
Yeah, we used to do all the
nice.
shows and all of that. So yeah,
Oh,
me and
nice.
Nina go back a long way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've done shows, but I'm just kind of slowing that down right now.
To work on
And
you.
Mads
Focus
Sickabit,
on
sorry,
music.
Mads. Big shout out to Mads Sickabit as well.
Shout
Oh,
out
yeah.
to Mads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm slowing down on shows right now because I've got a manager now,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just focusing on what we're going to push out next and how we can make it bigger and better from what we've done before.
Mm-hmm. And what can people expect from you for the rest of the year? And why should someone be a fan of Arielle?
Okay, let's go for what you can expect.
Yeah.
Should release about 3 to 4 singles this year.
Nice.
Work rate.
And I've worked with Vic Tizzle on them and Nostalgia. And a guy called Trebles Music as well, who produces, and he does soul music, and he's really good and talented at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be releasing music this year. The first one... Actually, I can't reveal that bit yet.
Oh, no. we're gonna try to take that one out, but anyway, it's cool.
The first one's going to be really soon, and we're going to shoot the video for it next month. So that's what I'm going to be doing this year.
Yeah.
Now, why should people be a fan of Arielle?
Apart from your beautiful personality also.
And your realism as well. Like, you've got some good energy. You're real. Like, I know why people should be a fan, but yeah.
And anyone that says honesty and honest at least 7 times in one interview, self-consciously might be that. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, I think that's a good reason as well. Just being honest, being open, being relatable. That's really important to me. And supporting R&B music in the UK.
You got fans, I'm telling you, just from hearing
Shout
that.
Shout out
definitely.
the socials, girl.
100%.
Where can these people find you?
So you can find me across all the socials. Arielle's World _. So that's Arielle's World _. Okay?
Sick.
Can we make some noise?
Let's make some noise for her, man.
Some noise?
I've actually really loved that interview. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed that.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Definitely.
When you drop these next 4 tracks, you're gonna be back, and I
100%.
personally think we need to see Arielle at an LDNRBS show.
Yes.
I hear that. But definitely we could. Definitely.
All right, LDNRBS.
Of course.